Find the future value for each of the following scenarios where M is the periodic deposit and R is the interest rate. So here we have a table of values. We're given our compounding frequency, we're giving our monthly or periodic deposit, our interest rate, and time in years. So where do we begin? Well, the fact is, since we're compounding, and we're also making a periodic, or if you like, a regular deposit, those two things combined tell me that I'm actually going to be dealing with an annuity. So I need my annuity formula to begin. So I'm going to write that down. I need the annuity formula, and remember what that says. The annuity formula tells us that the principal, or the amount in our account after n years, is equal to D, our periodic deposit, times the quantity of 1 plus R divided by K raised to the Kn minus 1, all divided by R over K. This is our annuity formula. And in this annuity formula, let's just identify all those letters. Remember, R is our interest rate, so that's our rate of interest. K is the number of compounds per year, the number of times we're compounding per year. D, well, that's our periodic or scheduled deposit. So that's the periodic, or if you like, scheduled deposit. I spelled periodic wrong. I'll erase that. So that's our periodic deposit. N, well, that's our number of years. And P sub n, well, that's the future value in our account, right? That's the future value. All right, so we have our annuity formula. Where do we go? Well, let's just take, for instance, one of these rows. I'll start with the bottom row. And let's identify all of the pieces for our formula. So we're going to start by identifying all of our variables. Here we go. P sub n in our formula means the future value after a certain amount of time. And we are specifically looking for, in the bottom row, 6 years. So our future value after 6 years, that's actually what we're looking for. That's unknown, right? That's our unknown. Our K represents the number of compounds per year. Because we're compounding weekly across this bottom row, that means that we have to compound how many times per year? 52, because there's 52 weeks in a year. So K is going to represent 52 in this bottom row. D represents our periodic deposit, and that's equivalent to the M column, which is $175. So every week we're investing $175. N, we already said, is 6 years, so N is 6. And P sub 6, we don't know what that's. Oh, interest rate. Sorry, I forgot the interest rate. The interest rate needs identified, and our interest rate is 2.7%, or 0.027. So that's all the letters we need in our formula, and now we can begin. We're looking for our future value first, and our future value is represented by P sub 6, the future value 6 years in the future. So let's go ahead and calculate it. P sub 6 is equal to D, which is 175, times the quantity of 1 plus R, 0.027, divided by K, 52, all raised to the NK. Oh, let me do one more calculation. NK. N times K is 52 times 6. Or if we calculate that out, that's equal to 312. So NK is 312, that's my exponent, minus 1, quantity closed, all divided by R over K, which is 0.027 divided by 52. I am simply taking our annuity formula from our notes, okay? I'm simply taking our annuity formula and I'm substituting all the values into this formula based on that bottom row. The next thing I'm going to do is calculate this. And my favorite friend, other than using a scientific or graphing calculator, is to use the free online website called www.desmos.com. It serves both as a graphing calculator and also a scientific calculator. So after going to www.desmos.com, I'm going to be able to evaluate this. So let's put that in the calculator and get out our answer. I get our future amount as being $59,254.75. Now, whether you use Desmos or you use your own calculator, we should all get the same future value. And so that's what would fill in this first box right here. To get it, we used our annuity formula, calculating for the future amount. One last bit, and that is, how much interest have we earned? Okay, so how much interest have we earned? Now, how are we going to calculate that very last box? Well, the interest earned is actually our future value in our account. So that's the future value amount. And we're going to then subtract from it the amount that we actually deposited over the years. So that's going to be the amount of deposit. When we subtract those two, that's going to tell us our interest earned. So we have a little bit of calculations to do. So let me go ahead and I'm going to erase my future value formula. Okay, right here, I'm going to erase my future value formula. I'll leave my future amount because I need that. And we are going to figure out our total interest earned. All right, here we go. Let's first start by writing down our future value. So our future value is $59,254.75. We're going to subtract from that our amount of deposit. Now, how do we figure out our amount of deposit? Let me do a little thinking over here. Our amount of deposit is equal to the amount that we deposit each time, which is $175, but we put that in every week, which means 52 times a year. So if I take 175 times 52, that tells me how much money I've invested in a year, right? Then let's take that and multiply that by 6 years. So this is the amount per year. When I multiply that times 6, that tells me the total amount of money that I actually have put into this account. When I multiply 175 times 52 times 6, I get that I invested $54,600. That's my amount of deposit. That's the amount of deposit. So I'm going to take that amount of deposit, $54,600, and I'm going to subtract that from my future account value. And when I do that, it tells me the amount of interest that I've earned. That means I've earned a total of $4,654.75. My future amount was $59,254.75. That's just one row. For the rest of the rows, you have to repeat the same process, except each time you'll have a different periodic deposit, a different interest rate, and a different K and N value. The idea, though, is the repetition to get you used to using the annuity formula and calculating interest earned. Please reach out if you have any questions at all. Good luck.